Arthur here, and this is showcase number 6, where people submitted their tracks for this week, and we start with Shirt of Freefall by Westside, and this track was pretty interesting, I guess. Line are, I would say, weird, but I figured out that all these crossroads from black and yellow, you can use them as a guidelines, so when you starting to understand it, it becomes easier to see the track. After that, it was pretty fun track to drive. Cyberwalls by Quick Racer, and for me it was like really fun classical track from Quick Racer, from Zipkist, from I don't know, like months or even like 3-4 months I started liking such type of tracks. They're all aligned, you see the track. For most of the cases you even don't need like some signs. There's a couple like decent parts where you don't see the track, but they're not critical. After 1-2 attempts you really easy can do it. I personally done it like from the second attempt, I guess, and all other it was just for trying to find the best trajectory where you can slightly cut, when you can slightly jump from element to element. Coral Aurora by MDPL. Well, for recent time MDPL built pretty hard track for me. I wasn't able to do them because there was like a lot of poles, some strange weird lines, and I would say this is quite something new. Yes, there is still some blind turns, blind jumps. Some elements are a little bit tricky, like half pipe in the checkpoint 5. You need to prepare for it, you need to understand how to do this half pipe and not fall off. And checkpoint 7 was, for me, it was slightly clunky, and you need to be slightly ready, slightly prepared to finish and jump proper. And because this track was quite long, you don't have a lot of attempts, but it's a cool track. Desert Fog by Hydra, and one of the things from this track is you don't see it fully. Second is that there is like several different ways how you can finish or not finish, but do this track. Some of them faster and more riskier, some of them more safer but slower, but overall it's interesting, doable track. The fog made it slightly harder to understand where to go, where's the finish, where all the lines, but I believe it's a part of this track, so it gives this some kind of unexpected see, even if it's the word. But yeah, because you don't see the finish, my first attempt I was drawing straight, and then just like my side vision I saw the red half sphere and I need to turn, sharp turn, and I finished. But after that, when you know the trajectory, it's become easier. Cold Days by Westside, and honestly, if I wouldn't follow Westside from the beginning, I probably wouldn't find the proper line for this track, and I would definitely miss the checkpoint on the wall ride when you need to start it earlier, because if you won't do it at this moment, you won't have enough time and speed to basically jump into the checkpoint and then the line into the finish. I was looking at how Westside do it, because you can just like roll over this half pipe, but another way how you can do it, and it's like faster, just jump, but you need like proper line, proper way how to jump there. All Sorted by Didi Na Na Na. Oh, that track was really hard for me, especially the first element, first drop. For many attempts I wouldn't do it proper. I lost a lot of speed and just hit the road after the jump, but then it became easier. It's more like you understand where and how to go, The only thing, the turn after checkpoint 1, you need to do it, like you need to be prepared to do it. And probably the next hard thing for me was the jump after checkpoint 3. In ideal situation, you need to overjump this hill to land on the hill and gain speed, but the way as I did it, it wasn't like I wasn't having enough speed to do it, so I bounced, and for several attempts I bounced a lot, and because of the unity bounce I was like thrown away and just completely lost speed and time, and I couldn't do it. But I believe this is the only like really hard points on this track. All other are pretty solid and fun, and a lot of people finish this track, and it was basically just my skill issue. Deutilium by Poop Sheriff, and honestly for me it was really bad hard track. I didn't finish it. I tried. The start was clunky, but to be honest, there is like AFK part where you can go, it's longer, but it gives you a more proper line, so you can do it safer. And most of other elements on the track, it's not really hard. Maybe it's like when you need to roll over from one side of the pipe to another, it was tricky, but there's a fan, so it's like keep you sticky there. And another part where I failed, it's like because of your speed you need to be prepared to do like the loop proper, to have a proper line into the finish, which I didn't make it, and I didn't have enough time to finish it. Matches and Corn Sticks by Poop Sheriff, and yet another track from Poop Sheriff, and this track is way better, at least for me. There is like proper lines, you understand where you need to go, you see like almost whole track, so you can prepare yourself. One of the hardest points on the track, it's the jump before checkpoint 3. You need to have enough speed, and you need to take the proper part of the track to make this jump, like kick into the track. And transition before checkpoint 6. If you don't have speed, you can fall off, so I could consider it as a part of speed check, but for me it was way better track than the previous one. MMM Ubururu by Wombat, and yet another really hard track for me, which I didn't finish, but at least I have a great footage from Zuman, from his attempt, and he have enough speed, he can do it way easier than me. I was really bad almost on the start, like this transition after the second checkpoint when you need to jump, you need to have enough speed to do it. I like from whole attempts, which finished like in 20 seconds, I never managed it, so it was a lot, and each time I didn't have enough speed to make this jump, make this transition. And looking on Zoman attempt, basically it was the only hardest thing on this track. After the transition, it's fun and drivable, but well, it is what it is, and as I said during this showcase, I need to fix it before ZCL. Road No Idol by Westside, and honestly I'm not a really big fan of all this sausage pipey track where you need to drive outside of the pipe, because I'm really bad at it. But I was really lucky here. I really have enough speed to make more speed and landing properly, so I finish it, but only just once. MMM Dontation by Just Maki, another MMM track from Just Maki. I don't know is it for the same MMM or from different one, but surprisingly, personally, I feel that it was pretty easy, fun track from Maki. It was really doable, it was interesting to drive, it has really fun elements. My biggest issue was checkpoint 4, when you need to do like the loop and landing into another part of the track upside down basically, and depending on my speed and depending how you do this part, you can use air brake to stop rotation, or if you do it, I believe, properly with enough speed, you don't need to do anything, it will happen instantly and correctly. So yeah, after that, really fun, cool track. ZP Edge by Diabler, and well, honestly, this track was first, and on the first attempt no one finished it, so after showcase was over, we all stick here, like me, Ronan, and other like Zoman and a lot of other guys just trying to finish it. Ronan was the first, then Doman, then Sandals, and like Sock. So, but I believe it was like third or fourth timer set. So we spent a lot of time on this track. Diabler said that he prepared this track like 6 months ago. So yeah, really old, really hard track. I wasn't able to finish this track, so I took footage from Zoman, who I believe finished it, because there's like several finishes, so you could do it. My biggest problem was the start. Without Diabler, I wouldn't manage to understand how to do it like almost every time. And another really hard moment for me was checkpoint 3, I guess, where you need to align and flip over to another side of the track. And the place where I really screw it up, it's this half pipe upside down spiral, I don't know how to call it, but it was hard. And after that there's one last checkpoint, or let's say, and after that there's just 2 checkpoints. You need to jump on a pipe or on like part of the pipe, I don't know, and make the jump. Then you need to go inside the fan, take the last checkpoint, and then jump from it into the finish. And as Diabler said, this track was built for preciseness. So yeah, it was really hard, it was first, and not a lot of people, no one finished from the first attempt, so it was hard. And thanks guys for watching it, thanks again for Ronan to make this showcase, and see you next time, bye!